but I shouldn't. Like, sijui kama tuachane ama tusiachane. I was like, wait, what? This whole time nimekuwa nikituma fare. Welcome back to MaNaPaTau Chronicles, episode with the next one. I'm Daddie MaNaPaTau.
I'm Marto Kokuluanga.
And probably we might be changing this MaNaPaTau name.
Yes, because
we are more than just Ma and Pa of Tau.
Yeah.
We shall see. We shall see how it goes. We are contemplating on something. We shall see how it goes. Probably by the time this episode is even airing, we shall have already changed our name. But you know, this has to remain as MaNaPaTau because this next episode again was short
still
at the coast. I know.
Just MaNaPaTau. Frankie was still in utero, so it's very evident.
Utero, I'm sorry.
In utero, like
I know, but I just didn't expect you to say that.
What did you expect me to say?
Alikuwa ndani ya tumbo.
He was still in utero. And it's very evident I'm heavily pregnant. We almost didn't make it for that trip.
Oh yes, karibu tukatazwe kupanda ndege.
They stopped me at the airport and they made me sign. They asked for a form from my doctor.
Which we provided.
Yes.
Rightfully. Yeah.
I was pretty close to my due date, and I guess that's why. In fact, she called me aside and told me, "Hey, can I ask you, are you expectant? Because you know I could just have a big stomach, you know." Yeah. So we almost didn't make it for that holiday. It would have been devastating.
Yeah, but we did gladly and we enjoyed it. It was our very first vacation as a family. I
don't know if it's vacation really because
they had a vacation.
You keep complaining you didn't have a vacation, didn't have a good time.
No, I had a good time, but it was not a vacation for me. You know, Marcus enjoyed having a birthday cake again after the birthday. You know, you enjoyed, just
chilling and relaxing and just being.
Yes.
You did not?
Mimi nilikuwa baba, nilikuwa mama, nilikuwa auntie, nilikuwa nabeba watu kila mahali. Amuka twende swimming pool, tunabeba mtu na muingiza ndani ya pool. Amuka twende kwa beach na ndio mtu tunapeleka mtu kwa beach. Anyway, it was nice to see you relaxing, you know. I will say.
I had a difficult pregnancy. It was nice to walk out with a bang. End it
you
with
started with a bang.
This is under 18 family oriented programming.
Continue watching the episode. I hope you enjoy it. Bottom line for last week,
The simple things.
The last episode,
Yeah.
It's the simple things that matter.
Yeah. The simple things, because you remember it was about the gesture. You were saying some people come into other people's lives to prepare you for the next. Because I was used to somebody who was terrible to me. Then you came along, and the simple gesture of buying me a cake on horrible day sort of won me over.
In a way, yeah. Anyway, so now for my end of the story. So again, like we said, 12 days from when we initially met, I went down on my knee and I asked her to be my girlfriend.
That was so weird to me. I was like, okay.
But that is why there's a reason for that. There's a reason for that story.
Why would you go down on your knee to propose to be my boyfriend? That was so weird.
So this is in 2016. And I was in a relationship that had already led to something that was in the ends of a marriage. I know you're about to throw a stone there.
No, don't give.
Anyway, I was married.
The impression that I always throw jabs at you because of your previous marriage or anything like that. Like
anyway,
it's normal.
So I was in a previous marriage. We had done the traditional one. We hadn't done, the next one. We had no child in our previous relationship. So when we parted ways, tuliachana tu hivyo tu, tumeachana. Kila mtu ameenda kivyake. And the thing is, during now my phase between my previous relationship and my next relationship, there are things that I said I must make sure are bottom lines for whenever I go for my next relationship. So one thing I knew for sure is that I want to be in a relationship. Being in one bad relationship for 4 years did not ruin my needing or wanting to be in another relationship, unlike what happens with most people in different kinds of relationships.
Yeah.
So mimi nilisema mimi ninataka kufanya hiki kitu na nitafanya hiki kitu watu wapende wasipende.
And like me who was like, I don't want a relationship.
Again.
It is my turn to eat.
I think probably I think after that is when I realized the kind of relationship I was in was very toxic for me, but I didn't realize it when I was in it. You know, I was trying to change myself into something that I was not, just to fit into the confines of what that person defined as a man for herself, you know. I was not being my own man. I was trying to be her man, you know, which in a way, it is said that most girls want to marry their fathers. So I was trying to be her father. And of course I cannot be her father in whatever way. You know, trying to be like the man, the kind of man her father is. So, sasa mimi nikaanza kurudi sasa kwa dating pool, okay? So, I met somebody who, at the time, you know, there was some sort of attraction, but it went unspoken, okay? So, the one time I chose, you know, I think ni mtu aliniambia, nani, kuna venye anakuaga amekufeel. Like, okay. Hata mi si mindigi, by the way, kuna venye hata mimi si mind. Yeah, ako tu sawa. No, it did not end up into a relationship. Oh, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just somebody
the
that...
The next one after your marriage?
Yes. Mm-hmm. It was an attraction. Mm-hmm. So, nikauliza mdem. Mi naona kama tunalaikiana. So mi naona si to try tuone, because I wanted it. I tried to make it very proper in that I didn't want I was with somebody for 4 years, and I did not want to go into my next relationship with things unspoken. I wanted to say what I want, mean what I say, you know, kila kitu isemwe na ikuwe laid flat, you know. So I asked this person, because I have known you. I have known you as an individual, yeah. Now I'm curious to see the kind of person you would be when you're in a relationship with me. So, would you be interested in being my girlfriend? So she told me, I'll think about it. Okay? Tulikuwa somewhere upstairs tumeketi. By the time tulikuwa tunashuka downstairs, nilikuwa nishasahau that nimemuuliza kwa sababu hakunijibu. In my mind I was sure, are you interested? And nika move on, and she never responded. For me, that it felt like she was still playing on she wanted to play on the unspoken side.
The gray area.
Yes, she wanted to play on the gray area, see what, because this is how I chose to deal with my relationships moving forward. Kama tunaingia courtship, tujue tunaingia courtship.
Like things to be defined from the very beginning.
Like I am courting you. We are wasting each other's
time, we are wasting each other's time.
Like I am courting you.
If this has purpose, this has purpose.
Tunajibamba. Sawa, wacha tujibambe. Unataka kuwa mdemu wangu? Wacha nikuwe mdemu wako. Haya, wacha tufanye hivyo. Cause in between now my previous relationship and this person, I met somebody who we had, I think, a whole year or so of undefined things. Tunapatana, tunapiga story, tunajibamba, tunaenda, tunakula somewhere, tunarudi home, you know, that sort of thing. And then, eventually when I wanted to define things, she was like, you know, me, I have a long distance boyfriend, even tu sikuagi nikimfeel, so like I'm thinking of whether I should, but I shouldn't, like sijui kama tuachane ama tusiachane. I was like, wait, what? This whole time nimekuwa nikituma fare, ujakuwa ukikula, but umekuwa ukikuja, si ati nilikuwa nikituma fare nyingi, nilikuwa chini. But I think from that relationship, which was to be a relationship, it never ended up being a relationship. I told you
guys, he's more experienced in entanglements and relationships than I,
because you know, because whenever we spoke, there was no hint of there being anyone in her life. And venye tulikuwa tunajibamba, haikuwa ni kama kulikuwa na mtu kwa life yake. So mimi nilikuwa nikijua tufanyie kitu. Labda ananiona mimi I think she felt probably I was rebounding on her because she was my very first engagement, so to speak, after my now big relationship.
Because she sort of thought maybe, okay, obviously this guy is from a 4-year relationship, definitely is not serious, so let me go with the flow as well.
Yeah, because now wakati ilifika place mimi ninataka make serious, she got scared. She pulled away.
Yeah, from the get-go hapo first.
She pulled. No, this is the funny thing. So she got scared and then she pulled away. Now cut to, nitarudi nyuma tena kidogo. Cut to later. Now after I'm with you now, I'm in a serious relationship. Sasa nimeanzia kupiga mapost, ninazirusha hapo hiyo mtandao. Ndio napata ma DM na ma messages za yeah, hapo nililalia masikio. Nililalia masikio. I was like, you, as in, tulikuwa tuna flow. Mbona
kwani una regret unataka ku flow na yeye?
Guy, hapana, guy.
I'm kidding.
That is not why we are here.
That's not the point.
So, and I was like, why not at the time? You know, I was scared, you know, understandably. If and it's good to say when you're not ready, because you'd also not want to get into something when you're not ready. Exactly. And I'm glad, you know, things went the way they went. I ended up with without her, you know, and had to start again afresh, get into this other relationship. So because of that relationship where niliumwa kidogo kulikuwa na mtu, nikadecide kwa mwingine nataka kukujua sasa. Kama tunajuana, tujuane in a certain way. Akakataa. Or rather hakunijibu. Hakunijibu, mimi nika move on. And I was right to move on. Juu na yeye haku respond. Bado alikuwa tu hapo kwa cheza kujua, like anataka kujua. Then I meet somebody else, somebody who I think I had met like 7 years before, tried to date them, they were dating somebody else. Akakuja kunirevealia baadaye, like so kuna msee nimekuwa nikikupea story yake, si ndio? So msee si colleague peke yake, msee ni msee wa mine. I was like, God damn it. So niko kampo.
God damn it.
Aya, sawa. Guy, fafa. You see ni sawa?
No, we can't say that.
Aya. Woi. Aya, sawa. So asked her as well to be my girlfriend. Uwe sasa naye akudanganya. Walisema tu no. Na akasemea no hapo.
See, that's okay.
Na akasemea no hapo.
I really like such people because you know where you stand.
Yeah.
Anybody who is clear with people, I love it. I love such people. We are having fun.
Na ni mtu pia tulikuwa tu hapo hivyo tuna like we rekindled whatever was there, you know, those many years ago. Tuka, you know, tunapiga tu story, tunajibamba nini. Then unauliza mtu so si tufanyie kitu. So si ma boy peke yake ukataa hivi tu. Hata madem saa zingine ukataa. Sijui kwa nini wanasemaga ati men are the ones who are afraid of commitment. It's just the person that feels it's not a gender thing. You know, sometimes the person feels they're not ready to be with this other person.
And they are not.
It might not be
okay.
It might not be you. It might be the kind of people that you are together. That could be the reason.
So many things.
So 12 days later, I asked her to be my girlfriend. Why
did you go on your knees?
Because
Why going down on your knees?
I needed now, because especially for this reason. Now you see, the people that I've mentioned are people that had been in my past life.
Okay.
People I knew before, never thought of them as being, you know, as a couple. And then I'm meeting you for the first time in my life. You've not existed anywhere in my life, so I don't know you a lot, you know. So in my head I was like, if I am to know you, let me choose to know you in a certain way. Let me choose to know you as the person I'm spending the rest of my life with. Let me choose to court you from the get-go. Ndio ujue. Ndio usikae zile za umsebewe anataka nini mara kwa hivi mara mimi nilitaka. And then because also of the kind of conversations that we used to have.
You have very deep conversations.
Yeah.
From the get-go.
Like I always say, MaNaPaTau Chronicles is just like a small percentage of the kind of conversations that we always have. We talk about things that we can't also even record and show because there might be judgment. But it is our relationship. We know how it works. It works for us, and we thank God that we have found a rhythm for ourselves and what works for us. So I went down on my knee and asked you to be my girlfriend 12 days later because I wanted you to know where I am at, and I wanted to know where you are at from the beginning, and I wanted it to have a mark and a point at the beginning that we said, this is where it began, this is where it started, this is how it is going. That's it.
Hey, Alinipeleka Mbio. It really felt so fast because I've just met you. I'm somebody who is not battered, somebody who has a chip on their shoulder in terms of relationships. So it felt like a marathon, like, At some point, I even asked my friend, Chiri, I'm like, how are we rushing into this? And she was like, yeah, you guys are rushing into it because ain't no way. In 12 days, you people already know you want to be girlfriend and boyfriend. But she used a huge but. She said, but. I'm sure by now you have a feeling of the kind of person he is, especially that you guys spend a lot of time together. So I told her, yeah, this is true. So she's like, okay, go with your instincts and let's see.
Because in all honesty, I think it was God ordained for us to jump those
it's like
hoops when we needed to. Because can you imagine, had we not gotten serious within those first 5 months, and then we discover, poop, we are pregnant. Because it actually took us 5 months before we got pregnant.
Yeah.
After being told that the chances of her getting pregnant are slim to none because of PCOS.
It is not a funny thing, actually. The year that it was in 2016. It's a real struggle for some women out there.
Yeah.
In 2016 was the same year I had been diagnosed with PCOS. And the doctor was literally told me to my face, my friend, if you are planning on having kids, please start looking for somebody right now.
Yeah.
This is the time because you don't have a lot of time. So it was the same year that I had chosen to change my lifestyle to try and help my hormonal imbalance issue. So us getting pregnant unexpectedly, it's because we did not take measures to prevent it, because we did not think it would happen.
There will be any need for it.
Yeah, so definitely it's a miracle. Marcus is a miracle.
So is this second one.
So is this second one.
A miracle as well. So what is the bottom line of
we are ending
this our story for today? Yeah, because you know,
defining things from the get-go.
I believe that is important. I know most people say, oh, try and fill it out, see
but
what
there are
you know.
some relationships that have worked that way.
Where
some
you've been together for 8 years and then...
No, listen. Some people have been lucky enough to meet and just go with the flow and it somehow works. But those are slim chances to none.
Yeah.
It is slim to none. Walking in the gray area with undefined, charted waters. You guys don't know what you're doing, but you're just going with the flow. It's working, it's working. The problem with such relationships, they're not stable, especially during turbulent times when some waves come and hit you guys. Since there's no foundation, you guys just munaanguka.
Yeah.
But some people have been lucky. Ebu tell us, what is the dynamics of your relationship? Hapo chini kwa comments. Did you guys define at the beginning? Or are you the go with the flow kind of people? Or you're doing your thing and it's working?
And then this playing had to get sort of a situation that most girls do.
I don't think it is as simple as playing hard to get.
Because you see, I think if I could go back to, you know, this lady who said, you know, I'll think about it. Yet ni mtu tumekuwa
I have an answer for that.
Tumekuwa tukiflow in a way that it is very clear that this is what you're looking for.
I have an answer to that. She was not playing hard to get. Those are words that were used kitambo, but now we're in the age of information. People are talking about these things. We are discovering there's layers below. Somebody who is acting like they're playing hard to get. One, your energies has emerged. Could be your masculine energy and feminine energies has emerged or something, but you're just generally a great guy. You are generally a great guy. She just doesn't see you in that way. It's layered. It's not at playing hard to get it. She's feeling you out, and there are some things that you are not scoring that are so important to her. But because you're generally a great guy, it's comfortable to keep you around.
So tungeendelea tu tukue hivyo alafu tushtukie mimba alafu ndio tuanze kufikiria sasa kuhusu relationship.
Unfortunately, that is how most nini things are, because a generally great guy, but meet some bars of yours that are quite paramount. But the guy is generally a great guy. So you're like, okay, let me feel him. Let me see as we go. Maybe as we go longer, those bars won't be as important for this guy to hit. And unfortunately, those things never change.
But this is true. This is the truth. Because all you need, to know whether a relationship is going to work is first your bare minimums, your uncompromisable minimums. Are they met? Fine. Are the compromisable ones?
Most people don't even know what their bare minimums are.
Yeah,
that is a problem.
That's where it needs to start.
You don't know. Like, So you're like, hey, mbona say, okay, he's a good guy, but then badona feel.
And you should not be afraid, by the way, to know what you want and to state what you want. You should not.
If you want somebody for money, you state it. You say it.
Come on,
for soft life.
Come on, you
for real, because it saves everybody a world of pain.
Kama unataka life yako iko tu ni Delphine tours kila siku na Neptune. Kama hiyo ndio unataka.
Mimi nataka hiyo.
Sema tu, it's too late. Wewe ulishakubali hustle.
I told you to stop speaking such things over your life. You're not a hustler.
King.
You are a blessed person, you're a blessed creative, this guy is such a genius. And God is going to continue blessing your hustle and take you to greater heights.
Amen.
Speak great things into your life.
Mutandiko viboko za kujipenda.
Yes, ulikuwa hustler. Yes, ukutana wewe ulikuwa down, but tuko happy sahi. We are not the richest people, but God is taking us places. Yeah. So anyway, if you want soft life, say it. Maybe I cannot be with somebody who is below me financially or in a certain way, and it is okay. In fact, most financially stable women are like that. And to imagine that also when we used to have these conversations, we'd talk about kids, how we would raise our kids, even before, we started properly dating. How would you raise your kids? Me would want. And some things were the most important things were mentioned. Exactly. And at that time, we've not even started thinking about children between ourselves. Because I already knew at the back of my mind that her getting a child will be a problem. So we won't bother. And at the time, I wasn't even thinking about having a child at that time. Yet I was 30? Or I was turning 30. You were turning 30. I was 29 turning 30. Yeah, na hata sikuwa nimefikiria, hiyo mambo. I think my dad had me when he was 30. But I'm not his firstborn, so hata nilikuwa nimechelewa kidogo, But just know your bottom lines. Know the things that you cannot compromise you as a person. If you're materialistic, there's nothing you can do about it. If it is important for you, for somebody to have a good heart, to be a kind person, you cannot be with a douchebag no matter how much money he has and have a happy body. Like, know yourself, know thyself. There's even a verse that says, know thyself. And that way you will know how to approach others. And state. Lakini go with the flow, kuna watu bado wana win na wana go with the flow. So I don't know, what do we know about life anyway? It's because one other now, after now the 12 days of saying that we are going to start dating, there was a time when one of my, I wouldn't call it uncompromisables, one of my pain points was touched, and we broke up for 20 minutes. I really don't think it was even about that. That is going to be in the next episode. We broke up. We didn't break up for 20 minutes. We broke up for a few hours. Because I remember you left my house. Just 20 minutes? No, you left my house at around... By the time I got to my house, we were already back together. and it's a drive. Me, I was driving home. So from your house to my house, it's 10 minutes. Nimejiseti tu hivi, nimeingia sasa, naenda kufungua ile application sasa ya move on, sitasema ni gani, nimefungua application. Tumesema tuseme ni gani. You had a very mini on Tinder. See you on the next episode. In the next episode we are going to be back home. Please subscribe. To MaNaPaTau. To MaNaPaTau. To MaNaPaTau channel on YouTube. Like, follow, share, subscribe, comment.
Bye bye.
Love you.
Bye bye.
I love you.
I love you.
Mwah.
Mwah.
I find mwah. Mwah.
Oh, my baby.